Yeah. And this teaching or guidance, whatever you want to call it, is around coming to see you're not the body-mind. You've had a look at thoughts, okay, yeah, I can see just from what you've said, right? You've had a look at thoughts, yeah. You got a bit of a grasp on that, yeah. Thoughts just happen, yeah. But you're still stuck with thoughts just happen, but there's still a wahida, and there's personal thoughts that wahida is having about the thoughts that just happen. That's where you are. And it's this wahida, yeah, that's claiming ownership of the body. Now, what I'm trying to point out to you is these two here, the wahida character and the personal thoughts about personal thoughts, about the thoughts that are just happening. All of that, all of it is happening in there. It's all mind. All of it. It's all mind.
I guess partly it's because the whole analogy of like clouds, like thoughts being like clouds in the sky and on the sky.
Hmm.
I feel like overwhelmed by clouds. There's no sky. And then the thoughts
This,
do seem to have an energy that they go in a pattern and they feed off it. They seem to be, the thoughts seem to be sometimes alive in their own way. Because if
the only reason they seem to be alive in their own way is because thoughts are saying, I am this aliveness.
where did that? Why? I guess why do they seem to have like this energy that feeds on itself, like, and so they grow, and one thought builds upon another thought on another thought, and then
Good. Good
you know
question. Good question. You won't like my answer.
they don't
But
seem random, is what I'm saying. So if they were just kind of random things floating along,
yeah, 100%.
yeah,
Yeah.
I wouldn't pay as much attention to them. Like
Yeah. So the answer to your question is why not?
assigning the meaning to the thoughts. Is it another
Good
thought?
question. Good question. Have a
Is that
look.
another thought?
Well, you tell me.
If I know, like you said, the thoughts don't feel, they can't feel or see or hear, but how do they get their information to keep telling me the story?
Yeah. So I would say at that point there, yeah, there is an intelligence behind thoughts. They're not random. There is absolutely an intelligence behind thoughts. But the personal person believes that they are the thinker. Now, if you were the thinker, I would simply say, stop it. And what do you discover?
I've heard you say that enough times to know, like, yeah, I
Yeah,
can't.
right, right. Is there an intelligence behind thoughts? Yeah. Is there an intelligence behind your body? The functionality of your body?
Yeah.
Yeah. Do you think there's an intelligence behind the world? Everything in it? Yeah.
I don't know if we can tell what the word is, but yeah, there's something.
It's not all random. It's not chaos.
What is that? Where does that? Why is that different than the grand intelligence of life? You know, the
No,
liveness.
that is the grand intelligence of life.
Why can it be so negative sometimes?
No, no, no,
Why
no. Okay. Okay. Can you have positive without negative?
No.
Okay. Mind is dualistic.
Yeah.
The duality is mind. Yeah? Mind only. Who or what is going to say, yeah, but why would it choose to have negative thoughts? The character. Just other thoughts. See, when you ask that question, why would it choose to have negative thought? You didn't see that just arose spontaneously, that question. You still believe it was you that asked that question. When we've identified you can't choose to stop thoughts.
Yeah. So let's say like I hurt myself and then a thought comes, oh, you're so just something, I don't know, you're so dumb, clumsy. Why'd you do that? So it's very clear that there's a sensation that happened and then a thought
Afterwards,
afterwards. But
a story after the
if
sensation.
if the thought can't feel, where did that thought come from? Because it did come after a sensation. There seemed to be related. You know what I'm saying? That's I overthink everything, okay? And I analyze.
No, it's okay. Yeah. Look, consciousness and mind are linked. In the absence of mind, what would there be?
And I don't even really know what mind is, but
Thoughts, just thoughts.
okay.
Okay, simple. Yeah. In
And
the
I
absence of
associate,
thoughts,
okay.
in the absence of thoughts, what would consciousness be?
I don't know.
In the absence of thoughts, what would be out there? So there needs the seeming phenomena. Consciousness, because you're conscious right now, yeah? And thoughts to create the seeming wahira.
Mm-hmm.
But the question is, what's consciousness? Because you're conscious right now. And what I'm inviting you to do is to not go through the filter of the mind to inquire into consciousness. Because you are conscious. Yeah. Let's try this, okay?
Mhm.
All right. So you're conscious of thoughts, right? Yeah. And you're conscious of thoughts all day long, right? Yeah, like it's right? You're conscious of thoughts all day long. Yeah? You're conscious of the laptop in front of you. You're conscious of me sitting here. You're conscious of the room that you're in if you look around. You're conscious of all that. You're conscious of your bum sitting on the seat. Conscious of the body. Might be conscious of a feeling going on in the body, a sensation. Yeah? You're conscious of all of that, correct?
Mm-hmm.
You are, right? Now, what I'm asking you to do, if we say you're conscious of thoughts, all right? So what I'm asking you to do, let's just assume that the thoughts were here, just for argument's sake, all right? Okay, the thoughts are here, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Or here, actually, in front of me or in front of you, yeah? All I'm asking you to do is this. Which you've never done. Do you believe that, or do you understand that if you can be conscious of something, yeah, that you could turn around also? Stop
Mm-hmm.
going to the mind, Wahida. Stop going to the mind. For God's sake, the answer's not in there. It's not in there. The only thing that we can use the mind for, yeah, is to come to an understanding of what you're not. That's the only thing it's useful for. But to discover what you are, you've got to be able to turn away from it. My teacher used to say, just don't go there. Sailor Bob Adamson. Just don't go there. Or full stop, period, he would say. What I'm saying is the same thing, yeah? But I'm giving you a bit more of a pointer. I'm just saying, turn away. You have the capacity to do it. If I ask you now to look to your extreme left, just do it with me. Yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Good. Now look to your extreme right. Can we agree that's a 180-degree turnaround? Good. You're conscious of thoughts, right? Turn around. Do it now. Like, do it now with me. There's thoughts going on, yeah?
Mm-hmm.
Turn around. You've just demonstrated to me that you can look in two different directions, 180 degree. Turn around.
It's just, yeah,
Look, yeah.
such a strong resistance to that for some reason. The mind just keeps wanting to
Yeah, I
argue
understand.
with it.
I understand. I understand. I understand 100%. All I'm asking you to do is turn around for a moment. If you want to turn back to the mind, you can turn back to the mind. Of course you can. See, an interesting thing happens, Waiter, yeah? When you actually start to turn, yeah, as such, yeah, when you actually start to turn as such, an interesting thing happens. The mind gets quieter. And the further you turn, the more quieter the mind gets. And if you can do a 180 degree turn, the mind stops completely. Right there, when the mind stops completely, is non-dual. Pure, absolute consciousness. And I'm asking you to turn around, yeah, and sit. Now, sounds like a very dualistic instruction that I'm giving you, so forgive me, yeah? Turn around and just sit with the consciousness. Now, when you're doing this, the mind will object to it. Oh, there's nothing going on here. It's kind of empty. It's like there's nothing here. Turn more. Look, what's being sought is a, a stillness, an absolute stillness and quietness. It's sometimes referred to as nothing. Yeah? I'd never call it nothing. I'd call it no thing happily. Happily. Call it no thing. Call it nothing. No. No. There's an existence there. Or if you like, a beingness there, if you like. Can't be denied. And yet, there's nothing you can say about it either. Zero. As soon as you do, mind's back in. Do you understand, yeah? So I'm trying to get you to go to the direct experience, but to do that, you've got to be able to turn away. And if you're still having difficulty doing that, then it simply means, okay, there's some more questions that need to be addressed, yeah? And there's still an identification going on with the body or with the mind or with thoughts, and we would still need to address that. And for that, then we step back into duality, and I start using language and words and pointers and so on and so forth to come to an understanding of what you're not. See, when that understanding of what you're not really, really lands, when it lands, yeah, it's quite easy to turn away.
I've been having this, it's happening right now.
Yeah.
I don't know. The sudden panic feeling, like I'm losing my mind.
Yeah, you
It's
are.
it's
You,
happened, and it's been
you
happening
are.
the last few weeks. It's kind of, that's terrifying.
Yeah, no, but you're not losing your mind in that you're going crazy, yeah? You're just letting go of it.
Yeah, I think it's very unsettling. So then I rush back.
I understand. I understand. What I'm saying to you is turn. You can go back to it any time you want. I'm trying to get you to see you can turn and something else gets discovered. You got to be
Yeah.
willing to turn. Yeah, and if there's still too much anxiety or there's too much fear or oh yeah, but I'm scared of death or I'm losing my mind or whatever, then we would need to go back into duality, yeah, and work out what is it that's scared? What is it that believes it's going to lose its mind? Who or what is that? It's only a thought pattern. It's only a thought that arises and says that. You know, those thoughts that you have no
Yeah.
control over, you know, those thoughts that just happen. Do you understand?
Yeah.
Yeah. The whole idea of a Wahira and, you know, and who Wahira is and what the world is out there and who your parents are, and like everything, yeah, is all thoughts that just happen. There's an idea of the world that's been created. There's an idea of a Wahira that's been created. There's an idea of your parents that's been created. There's an idea of everything that's been created here. Created. And then when you see it, it's all thoughts, which are descriptive. See, a thought will say, when I look out the window there and I see that tree, I know that's a tree. Yeah. And then if you remove the labels, the label tree and green and leaves and branches and trunk, and if you remove all those labels, yeah, now what the hell is it? The tree gets created via word. Do you understand? Imagine, you know, the amnesia pointer, yeah, that we use, right? Your favourite little pointer. I say that in jest, but that amnesia pointer, and I normally refer to it as a personal amnesia pointer, yeah? Okay, so now imagine, not only is the personal amnesia happening, but the whole idea of the world, like all thoughts, because in personal amnesia, you're sitting and you don't know who you are, right? Who you are, yeah? But you'd still know that was a laptop in front of you, and that's a door, and that's a ceiling, and that's the floor, okay? Now let's remove all of that. That'd be might even, you know, people might even refer to that as like a brain dead experience, yeah? And all we would have done is removed all thoughts. That's all. More than just personal thoughts. Now we've removed the idea of what that laptop is and what that tree is and what this is and that. So we remove all of that. Now what would be out there? I'm trying to get you to see. Yeah, it's this. It's just thoughts. It's just mind thoughts that are creating the idea of everything. It's all conceptual. The whole thing is conceptual. Even time. Hello.
So time.
Concept.
I realize I have no direct experience of time, right? However,
There's a concept about it.
it's to me, it's like I don't have direct evidence, but I have overwhelming circumstantial evidence for it. So it's kind of hard to deny. And
No, you don't.
mainly because of
You
the
don't.
whole death thing and
No,
age.
no,
Aging is
no. It's all an idea.
even aging, like,
No, look,
you know what I mean?
okay. There's a direct experience of right here, right now. That's direct. Okay? And then there's a mind. Then there's thoughts, right? Okay? And it's mind or thoughts that are saying, yeah, look, I get it. I get this direct experience of right now, but in my personal experience, there's overwhelming evidence that time exists.